I am super excited to come to you today to talk a little bit about the science of success. If you are a business person, an entrepreneur who wants to become successful, feels like you haven't quite gotten to where you wanted to be yet, and you wonder if there's something you're missing, and you haven't gone through the idea of training your brain for success, then I want to talk about that today with you, that there are some secrets that science has that can help you unveil the success that you have inside of you. A lot of you have heard me talk about the fact that you are the creator of your thoughts, and you can create the thoughts that create your success. Well, through neuroscience, we know that to be true. We've seen the scientific evidence, but how does that apply to your daily life? So if you're interested in learning some of those neural hacks that can help you become more successful, that's what I'm going to talk about today. And I know you would love to hear more about that. I'm going to just dive right into it today. I had the opportunity to read a book lately. It's Hal Elrod's new book called The Miracle Equation. And we aligned so much. And we talked about his book, The Miracle Equation, and the concept of unwavering faith. And we really, as we started talking back and forth, started talking about the neuroscience of unwavering faith, of belief in the goal that you're setting out, in that like whole passionate belief that it's going to happen, and why the science of success through research has shown us that that absolutely is going to be the key to getting to that place of success that you're looking for. So I wanted to break down a few things that happen for us in our brains when we start to actually step into the belief about something, instead of staying in that hopeful place, right? So hope is this thing that you're wanting it to happen. You hope it happens. You wish that it would happen, but faith and belief, unwavering, undaunted, unmovable faith, takes it from hope, steps over the line and says, there is no other option. This is going to happen. I know it with every fiber of my being, and I am going to take extraordinary effort to see it, to make it happen. And so something shifts in our brains when we go from hope, hoping, wishing, planning, hoping, that cycle, right? And keeping our thinking on autopilot, which is a lot of you who work with me directly know that if we keep our thinking on autopilot, you will not, you'll stay in that cycle, because those old program thoughts will keep you right where you are. It's really 80 to 90% of your thinking every single day comes from that place, right? So once you step over that line from hoping, wishing, planning to I am going to believe that it's going to happen. And not only am I going to believe that it's going to happen, but I am going to burn the bridge back to it won't happen, or it may not happen. And I'm going to take extraordinary effort to make it happen. Something shifts in your brain. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit with you today. There's three things that we know from scientific research that happen when you step into unwavering belief and faith. And that is the biggest one that becomes your biggest advantage, is that our brains don't know the difference between what's really happening around us and what we vividly imagine over and over again in our minds. It's how we've programmed our mind up to this point unknowingly. But the great thing about the science of success is once you step over that line, and I'm going to resist kind of going into how you can remove those limiting beliefs that have held you back there, how you can get into that unwavering faith. It's really a decision, right? You can stay in the hope cycle, the hope, wish, plan, but there's a moment where you decide that you're no longer going to stay in that cycle, and you step over the bridge into unwavering faith. And Hal Elrod in his book talks about it as this formula of unwavering faith plus extraordinary effort. It's almost having that mantra of, this is going to happen, and I'm going to do everything I in my power to make it happen by this date at this time, tangible, measurable, he calls them miracles, but tangible, measurable results. And when you do that, you are training the part of your brain that does not know the difference between what's really going on and what you vividly, passionately, with texture. But the important piece of it is you believe. If you believe it and you're actually repeating it to the point where your brain says, oh, okay, you believe this now. So it'll have a period of resistance of, are you sure? I always tell my clients, think of that part of your brain as a very overprotective mom who wants to keep you safe and keep things familiar at all costs. So for like a week or so, your brain will kind of do a tug of war of, are you sure you believe this? Are you sure you believe this? And that's when you just stay committed to that unwavering faith. You stay committed to it. And then something, I call it magical. It's brain science, but it's amazing to watch. Your brain doesn't know the difference. So your subconscious mind, all of a sudden, its job is to take directives from your conscious thinking mind. And so as you step into that unwavering faith and belief, as you take extraordinary effort and action and movement toward that goal, burning the bridge back to the hope cycle, right? Then your brain's just, your subconscious acknowledges, okay, this is what she, or this is what he believes. And once that happens, your subconscious mind goes to work to automate that. That's its job. Its job is to listen to what you're repeating over and over again, which is what you believe. And once you believe it enough, then your subconscious only job is to turn around and automate that for you. And so it starts to build what we call neural pathways. It starts to build, think of it like a freeway, a brick by brick, but it builds this freeway toward that actually having already happened. So think of whatever it is, your big thing that you're working on. For me, I'm going to be starting to write a book. So I'm thinking about that book, and I'm thinking about the million people that I want that book to transform by creating this ability for them to become the creator of their thoughts and to step into the very best version of themselves. So that's something that I'm working on in my mind right now, stepping into the unwavering faith and belief in that. So once that happens, and put your goal in your mind right now, once you really step into that unwavering faith place, you're giving your brain that this is what I believe. And will you have moments of what if it doesn't? Yes. There's a whole process of removing that. I'm going to not go into that today, but you can absolutely, hit me up in DMs and we can chat about how to turn off the voice that keeps you in that cycle. But once you've stepped into that and you start to really train your brain starts to see it as if it's already happened. And here's the greatest thing that happens. You build that neural pathway, and then there's a part of our brains called the reticular activating system, I'll call it the RAS, that its only job is to make available to you, make you aware of, bring to your attention things that align with what you believe, what aligns with what's in your subconscious. So as you've repeated this unwavering faith, as you've taken consistent action, as you have taken no other option other than to make it happen in your life or in your business or in your relationship, whatever way that is going to be, then you now have this beautiful system working for you. You're building a neural pathway in your brain that's making it easier and easier and easier for it to happen. Even before it's even happened, your RAS starts to go to work for you. That's why you'll hear people say, oh my gosh, out of the blue, somebody asked to do a collaboration with me. Out of the blue, somebody asked me to be on their show. That's the kind of energy that opens up as your brain starts to look for more opportunities. Here's the thing. You show up differently. You become a different person when you believe. When you truly step into that belief, you become the person that already has what you want. And it's in that becoming. Now, this is all happening in your brain, right? But then your actions are the actions of the person that it's already happened for. Your actions and belief are from the place of the person that's already had it. So everything around you starts to align with that. And then you start to see evidence of that coming to pass faster and faster and faster. Now, it's not a magic blue pill, right? It's not like take this and try really hard and that it'll happen, but it is this process that if you commit to this process of unwavering belief, and that's why this book of the miracle equation, we were so aligned, and just you'll see how his formula of this miracle equation and what I teach with the brain science of success really just aligns so beautifully. But I need you to know today, I want you to think about the fact that your brain is wired and designed for you to have unwavering faith. It's how it's set up. You are, I tell this to my clients all the time, you're always advocating for a belief. Always. You're either advocating for the beliefs that have kept you where you don't want to be, or you're going to advocate for the beliefs that are going to take you to where you want to go. But you are always advocating. You're always thinking, and those thoughts are creating emotions, and those emotions and thoughts combine to become beliefs that, if repeated over time, becomes automated for you. And that is great news when you take your thinking off autopilot. It's great news when you learn how to remove those limiting beliefs that have held you back through the process of brain science, and then apply this success formula of unwavering faith and belief. So I wanted to wrap it up today that what is the one thing I would love to know? I'd love for you to hit me up in the DMs, but I want to know from you, what is the thing that if it happened, it would become the breakthrough for you? And then let's go to work on removing the if, because the if allows a pathway back to the hope cycle. Let's talk about what it is that you want to see happen. And then let's start to work on the unwavering faith it's going to take and the extraordinary actions that you can take to start to believe that it will happen, and then step into that version of yourself in the process of achieving it. So I want you to believe. I want you to believe and allow that beautiful brain of yours to start working for you to bring the things into your life you know you were meant to have the impact, to have the influence, and of course, to have the freedom that you want in your life with the people that you love, and for all the big missions and visions and calling that I know you have in your life. So I am excited for you. I want to hear what it is. What is that big thing that you're going to start believing in? All right. Let me know what your belief is going to be. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right. So thank you for listening to the podcast this week. And thank you for subscribing and reviewing the podcast. I love and I read every single one of your reviews. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the world to me. And if anything that you heard today was just pricked your interest, like if you're a coach and you really would love to learn the neuro coaching model so that you can get source-based transformation for your clients, or you want to become a coach and you know you need to do it the right way, the way that gets the kind of transformation for your clients from the beginning so that you could have a sold-out coaching program, come on over to drshannonirvine.com/certification. You can watch a live info session there to learn more about the neuro coaching certification. All right, that's it for this week. See you next week. Bye for now.